All right, what about now? This is why you always got to check the mic, people. I don't know if it's working. Come on, hurry up. No. All right, what about now? Oh, there we go. All right, all right. Anyway, finally working. Geez, that took long enough. I'm gonna have to edit that and cut that stuff out. Maybe I should. This is why you always gotta check the mic. Yep. So maybe I should restart this chat. I don't know. Just trying to think of what to talk today. Last night I did a whole bunch of stretching. Um, Different stretching too. It had been a while since I did it, and part of my thought process with the stretching is trying to stretch the areas around the cancer. So you have your pancreas, stomach area. Hold on just a second. Mute my music, mute my images. Oh, let's do the transition. Trying to figure this out. Let's see. All right, so excuse me. So you have your different, your pancreas is basically sort of where that purple thing is in there. But I was trying to do a lot of lung exercises. Actually, let me readjust that image. Transition back. Let me go fix this image real quick. And go out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. All right. So on the image, if you look, you have your lungs and your liver and pancreas, all that, the stomach. And yesterday's exercises, stretches, whatever, was more on just stretching out the lungs. I wanted to kind of push my muscles around the pancreas. Almost like I wanted to somehow squeeze it with my exercise. And doing the lungs, pushing out the lungs, like I was doing this weird stretch where I would do like a squat, and then I'd roll back and then try to expand the rib cage, and don't know if any of this stuff's gonna work, but I'm definitely feeling a lot more, like I have a lot more energy and stuff by doing these stretches and doing different things, and helps me focus too. I'll do like a kind of a meditation. I probably and I'll do. I almost want to do like a full body stretch, and I've been streaming these on Facebook. Um, what was that? Oh, been doing these stretches on Facebook, so it's kind of. I mean, I share it. I don't really talk on there. I put my music on or whatever I'm doing, and then I get into my zone and just to kind of hold myself accountable for these stretches and so on, or doing stuff. And it's been nice, man. My body's been feeling good and all that. But let me fix this. I also worked a little bit on setting up my nonprofit. Been playing with AI a little bit and had maybe right there. Been playing with AI a little bit and I don't know, just trying to set this thing. I got the website set up the business account, and then did the website, bought a domain name, which I will show you. set up a, yeah, hold on. Window capture, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Bam. Let's go with that. All right, where are you at here? I'm trying to look at it on the site. Give me a minute. Brief second of luxury in life and the pursuit of happiness, whatever that means. This is kind of a AI generated. I didn't generate the whole thing, but it's a website that something that I'm doing outside of this whole YouTube video and videos in general, and even dealing with my cancer. The goal is to, I guess, if you can imagine, it keeps evolving. It started off as one thing, which was my Jeep. Then it migrated to another project. Then it migrated to another project. Then it was like, it migrated into, what if we have these builds that we auction off? You know, I finish a build or whatnot, auction it off, and then the majority of the proceeds go to something cancer related or suicide prevention, because there's a thing that happened with that that kind of touched the heart. So, but looking at this, it was like the whole builds for a cause thing. It's like basically could be a product that's built or whatever, and then it's either auctioned off or raffled off or whatnot, and then picking the different causes. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics and everything else on it. I set up the business, but I got to submit the paperwork for a nonprofit yet. It's like, yeah, I think I guess imagine like a GoFundMe, but different. GoFundMe where you have a product and it all goes to a cause, not to an individual per se. Could be somebody's cause. Could be somebody having medical problems or whatnot, or financial problems due to medical. But it's not just a here, go donate money. They get something in return. We were looking at my mom did some or I was I'll show you this stuff. Oh, here we go. Was playing with AI yesterday, and I asked it to create some images for me. And this is one. I wanted a logo for the whole deal. This is another one, and came up with another idea off of this stuff where you know what? Off of that stuff to where we are going to do dots. My mom does this diamond dots art stuff, right? And we thought about doing these things with this logo. We would do like a series set or something like that, like where it's that, but it's done in the diamond arts and raffle it off or sell them or something like that. And the same thing like that would go to you know, my mom's big into St. Jude, so could do a couple of those for St. Jude, or even my cancer, pancreatic cancer, or something like that, where we're just coming up with ideas of how to raise money for causes, different causes. So something we may be doing. It's pretty interesting because I have pancreatic cancer, which the logo for that's purple, but there was a saying in there that the purple pretty much covers all the different cancers, which I wasn't aware of that. I thought each one had their own thing. So yeah, and then like, what if I'm just trying to build the whole concept down when I have time to think about it. I like when I I went to town yesterday to pick up some concrete, which that was stupid. Um, we were redoing our bathroom, right? And but let's see, maybe I posted there. I don't know. Anyway, redoing the bathroom, and I had to go. My parents wanted to go play bingo, so I was like, "Cool, I'll go get the concrete and stuff that we need for the bathroom." Well, it was 80-pound bags, and I didn't think of anything about it till after I went and picked them up. And then I was like, quickly remembered, I got that port in my chest. So 80 pounds picking up with this body is not wise. So I had to have them come out and pick it up. It was, but it's just.
Would you like a picture of my finished product before I seal it?
Not right now. I'm trying to do the video thing that I told you about.
Okay.
That's my mom. She's doing that diamond arts thing anyway right now. She just finished one for something else, and but she's thought about doing those. And I was like, well, what if other people have something like that? Other people want to do something and donate. That's where it's kind of going. So imagine like a GoFundMe, but kind of a GoFundMe, Etsy, kind of both mixed, but for causes where those things all go to donations or they all go to some cause, not not just to make money. Um, but yeah, so I picked up the concrete and pulled it out. It was bad. It was kind of bad. So I ended up having to have them loaded up, come and loaded up, and all that. What? Anyway, I'm jumping on YouTube for a little bit. Let's see if there's anything new cancer related. I don't know if I probably mentioned that one yesterday or day before yesterday about the one lady that she's already gone, but shared her whole story. She was doing blogs every day and so on. Oops, sorry. Oh, I remember this guy. Oh my gosh. He had passed away. Um, he had gotten all. He's pretty active. I know I'm bouncing around, but I'm just trying to. Didn't didn't plan anything with this. Hold on.
Telling me and my mum, there's not really anything they can do. We're going to try. We've got back in touch with some of the world leaders in it, and we're going to see if there's something they can do. But for now, there's nothing. Diet won't change this. Changing how my body is alkaline or anything like that won't change this. My cancer's deposited almost everywhere. There's nothing at this point that will change it. And that's something I have to come to terms with.
Yeah, you know, not every cancer is the same, um, and I haven't hit that part of the journey yet. But reality is there that one day that might happen. As far as I'm aware, mine hasn't. It's just in the pancreas, and that's it. Hasn't went past that or anything. But again, just doing the chemo treatments is not gonna get rid of the disease. So that's a reality too for me. Like and you look through the YouTube videos and you see a lot of the same stuff. Um, for whatever reason, people that share their journey just like mine, it's probably only seen by a few people. My friends on Facebook and wherever I posted. But sometimes the journey, like their journey doesn't get shared, doesn't explode till after they're already gone. Which maybe mine might do the same. I don't know. Maybe it might. Maybe it not, might not. Um, and when we share these journeys, at least me and I'm pretty sure many others that do it, is not to it's not for the views or likes or any of that stuff. It's like we just want to share a journey, knowing that there's more things in life to look at, to look for, to maybe share it to a point. It helps us or people that it helps me look at what I need to look at going forward. Sure, there's a possibility that I could beat this thing. There's also the bigger possibility that I won't. Um, so being real with that from the beginning is crucial, I think, in the battle against it. Because if you go into uh, the give up mode. Granted, I mean, like this guy as an example, Pee Wee Tom. I don't want to say he gave up because he didn't. If you followed his story, you'd see like he didn't. He tried so many things, and the guy was they they removed it. It came back. Removed it. It came back. Then it kept growing and growing, and I think he had it on his back. He had it here. I don't remember what form of cancer or anything like that, but I do remember seeing his videos. And a lot of this stuff, it's just our sharing our journey, not to get likes or any of that. It's just to share a journey, and other people that view this stuff helps inspire us to carry on, to fight harder, to learn new things that we haven't seen, or maybe that can help us along the way. There, with some of the cancers, man, people find it too late. It's already too late. Um, it's so far, and then when you go into the doctors and say, yeah, there's no way you're gonna this isn't going away, you know. Like when my wife's dad had cancer, um, I was optimistic. He had lung cancer. Basically, I don't remember what they were doing. They did something and found it, but it was in a place where they couldn't access at the time. I bet they could now. If he would have came to the States, I bet they could have helped him with that. Well, maybe not. I don't know. And you can't go back and change any of that anyway. Can't go back to the past and go, this is. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I some of this stuff, like when people share their journeys, it helps. The way it helps others is like I can start preparing for what they share, what they're unexpected too, and sharing the unexpected is, what have they done? Do I want to go down that same road that they've done? Like that's what I see. It's like, can I do anything different than what they did for my journey? Like I do a lot of I'm pretty sure I've been like let's go back to this guy. What's his name? Dr. Dan. I listened to his podcast the other day. He's gonna do Ask Me Anything, which I listened to this podcast. It was after I missed it because I had to go. I went to go look at something. That was when I went to the junkyard. I probably talked about this already too, but oh, it looks like he changed the wording. Huh. Before it was just Ask Me Anything. Now it's cancer recovery. Now he's going into. This is exactly what I kind of seen it going. when I went and watched the video, like he started off as doing a chiropractic stuff and all this stuff, right? And that's how his YouTube channel started, sharing his chiropractic stretches and all that other stuff. And then it just kind of, anyway, when he did the Ask Me Anything, you could see that a majority of the topic, everybody's interested in his cancer. How's he dealing with it? How does he have that such a great smile and seems so energetic all the time, you know? And I was like, I don't know. I seen that transition, so now I was like, now people are gonna ask you. Anyway, listen, seeing the transition from his normal thing to it's more cancer related. I mean, that's why I'm there. I listened to him about his cancer stuff. I'm more interested in that than the stretching. I mean, I'm interested in that too, but I'm interested in what has he done? What has he what things what has he done along his journey? And is there anything in my journey that I'm doing the same? Same with that other lady that I shared the video with the other day. The guy I just showed before this, Pee Wee Tom. It's like taking all that and trying to learn. How could I? Is there anything that these people did that I can do differently, or something that I can learn from that can improve my situation? And you know, that's where our benefit. Sure, I'm like and subscribe to his, and I look for those things, like what stuff can I learn from it, and what may help me along my journey. Now, when I share mine, my videos are not gonna be like his. Oh, I look at that too. I want to say there's this guy. There's a couple other guys that I watch that are all cancer related. Like how can I make my journey different than theirs, or is mine? What can I do in these videos that's different than theirs that I can share? Again, you know, before I mentioned I want to share other people's videos and other people's journeys because that's where I learn. So, but I also, you know, like I said, I look at their journey and go like, okay, what am I doing right in my journey? What am I doing wrong? So there's a lot of that going on. A lot of deciphering this journey, you know. Some of it you have to find faith. Look at, I just watched one earlier about Toby Keith, right? Toby Keith, and he passed away from stomach cancer, I believe that's what it was. And then you see his journey too with things. Like what did he do, or what did he talk about? Like the weight gain, the weight loss, like all this different stuff. Listen to his video and see what he talks about. A lot of it's similar, a lot of it's different. You know, it's like I mean, that's how I feel I look right now. He looks like about the same weight as me. Is he doing the same things as me? No, probably. Or was he doing the same things as me? Probably not. Like they all go through their own battles and learn their own things, and mine. I don't know. I share mine. Um, he shared his. You know, going through the chemo, going through, you know, we all, it's like a routine, you know, just like growing up, or I don't say growing up, periods in life with humans in general, right? You meet a person, and there's a point where you meet a person, you get married, you have kids, you get a house, or you get a house prior, then at this age, you start to look at, I want to say in the 30s, you start looking more at your health, fitness. There's a lot of fitness stuff going on, feeling and wanting to look better. You go through that, you know, just there's different transitions in life, and everybody has them, but there's a lot that we all go through that are similar. Like the again, the cancer thing. It's like there's a transition to that. There's the diagnosis part, and there's the what they're gonna do. You're gonna figure out things, the treatment, if no treatment. Like the path has already been. Many people have already been down those paths, and what I want to try to express with some of this is some roads you don't have to go down because they've already been gone down, if that makes sense. Like, find out, travel that road, learn from others on that road, but maybe you can bypass steps, you know. You know what I mean? Maybe you can take where they left off to the next level and continue that journey if so said be. So like I look at some of these videos and some of the people going through their journey, and it's like, okay, the ones that have passed away as an example, it's like where they stopped, how can I pick up where they left off and push that journey to the next stage, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not just for me, it's more than just the cancer thing now. It's just showing people in general, stuff, doing stuff. Don't limit, don't wait for this to happen to take you to the next level in life. That's my goal, is to share that side of it. It's like, don't wait to get diagnosed before you start making a change in your life and doing all the things that you wanted to do or who you wanted to be in life. If you're struggling, I'll share my struggles that I've been through, and maybe you don't have to go down that journey. How I got out of those struggles, how I got past those struggles, and hopefully maybe that'll help you or somebody that's going through it get through it. Like, I used to be super focused on trying to make money, and now I'm not. Now it's about this journey and the journey in life, and learning to overcome things with that, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Huh? I'm explaining it. Learning to find faith and learning to find these different roads to go down that haven't been traveled, Some of these people have been on, they've been on journeys that, yeah, like I said, I want to find out what they've done, and maybe some of that stuff worked, some of it didn't, and then try to learn from that and take my journey to the next level, and hopefully yours if you're paying attention. Get you out there to do things that you thought were impossible that you can do. I'm still trying to figure that out, all the stuff to do with that, but hopefully I live long enough to make that happen. Share my dream with share my dream with people, and my dream right now is to it's not about the cancer so much, or my bucket list item, if you want to call it that. My journey right now, or my goal or dream, is to create something that is a better place, where we we become better humans to other humans, better humans to ourselves, better people, all that stuff. That's kind of my goal. How can we become better people? I mean, granted, there's tons of great people out there, and all that. I'm just saying I wasn't. This is for those people that need it but don't know that they need it. If any of that makes sense, I don't know. See, I say I don't know. I know, but I'm sweating through this dang sweatshirt and this sweatshirt. We're all capable of great things. Um, all of us. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Yeah. So. So that's the goal with things. See if I can find some other quick stuff. But yeah, I haven't followed Toby Keith's journey or anything like that. I mean, I know who he is. I'm from Oklahoma originally, or part way. Also, I know his, of his battle. I've been to his restaurant actually in Oklahoma at the Hard Rock Cafe. And actually, I didn't know who he was until I stopped in at the casino and seen that restaurant. And was like, oh, but Garth Brooks is from Oklahoma too. So, but yeah, stuff. Oh man, you guys see the new? They have the new Roadhouse movie coming out, right? Sorry, this is kind of off subject. But I was big into the UFC stuff a long time ago. Well, yeah, a long time ago. I trained in different martial arts and so on, and I knew friends with some pro fighters. Guy Messner, I hung out with him a bit. Not in Japan, but in Dallas. I met with him, talked with him. I didn't really hang out with him, but had some pretty good talks with him about stuff. And one of my friends in Japan is a commentator for some of the Pancrase and other events. Another friend of mine's, he was a K1 champ. But anyway, back to this movie. I want to see it just because it looks good to me. But sometimes these video or the trailers, they show all you'll find ones that they show all the great stuff in the trailer, then the movie's crap. So I don't know. I don't know how this is, but it looks good. But anyway, Patrick Swayze was in the original one, right? And you know what Patrick Swayze died of? Is pancreatic cancer. Same stuff that I have. So that whole story was, well, yeah, that's an interesting tidbit, I guess. Because the video, I want to say that Roadhouse I was watching that. This is before my diagnosis. I just happened to be watching it. And somehow that popped in my head before I found out that I had pancreatic cancer. I knew something was wrong with me, but I was like, it kind of popped in my head. Like, what if it was that? That was what my thought was. Like, what if it's pancreatic cancer? Well, sure enough, it is. Patrick. Well, anyway, Patrick Swayze. Let's go. It's crazy, man, how some of this stuff. He got really. Patrick Swayze died of pancreatic cancer. Steve Jobs died of pancreatic cancer. Who else do I know? Marina Menounos, she had pancreatic cancer. There's so many people that have had this pancreatic cancer. Look at that. This Patrick Swayze. Uh, you know, yeah, it changes you, man. It changes your look, everything. Like, I'm crazy. Anyway, that movie coming out was just a what? It just reminded me of that and this whole journey. So, well, anyway, that's all I got. I gotta get back to work. And there's so many. I mean, and it's not just cancer victims. There's so much of this to unpack, man. There's some that have good stories, some that have bad. Some that have they went through and got the surgery done and all that and didn't, didn't make it. There's a difference too on how this impacts you based on age. There's a lot of factors that can impact your if you end up with cancer. Um, I think that making sure your health is good now before any of this is important. Like I was in pretty good shape before, well, several years before, but your body has like a memory. So the stuff that I did do exercise wise, even though I was overweight and all that stuff and had issues after, my body was able to remember all the training I did before, all the things with physical activities. So I think that stuff helps. Being overweight when you have other issues going on at the same time, it's kind of really hard to battle this stuff. Like AIDS, if I think AIDS has a big impact. Like if you have, let's say, if you have a heart condition at the same time that you're having this pancreatic cancer, like you haven't done any cardio, anything like that. Never, you have a high blood pressure or anything like that already, and then you get this or it pops up. Once you start going through treatment, that stuff is going to have impact on that. So the chemo is an example. If you have heart problems already, once you start going through this chemo stuff, it's gonna be whether or not you can tolerate it. Your body can tolerate it or rejects it or whatever. Like, so if you're having issues now, try to focus on healing those now, but while you have a chance. Because once you have to start on any of that stuff, you may not be able to recover. That's kind of how I look at it. It's like some people just can't handle the treatment, and if you're already pretty jacked up, that medicine stuff's just gonna jack you up more. And as far as like alternative medicines and all that stuff that they talk about, yeah, they're out there. Um, I and you have to choose your own route. You know, I took the route of taking the chemo just because I already had the jaundice, had white stool, had a lot of other things going on, and I knew that if I didn't start the chemo, I wouldn't be here. I didn't have any time to fuck around because I didn't want it to progress any further than what it was. And if I would have held off, that's what I seen it going. It would have progressed. So the longer you put it off, the more it progressed, you know? So anyway, I gotta get back to work. Been great talking. Hopefully sometime somebody will start seeing these. I mean, people have seen it, but not very many. And see it, like, and subscribe, and not, again, it's just to hear my story of a journey in life, and maybe influence others to get up off their ass and do something, or I don't know. Maybe I can, hopefully I can learn a lot of things along the way too, and I can get to a point where I can get others on here and share their journeys too, because I think that would be really awesome is if somebody was able to join me in one of these chats, even if right now it's just random, but start to join me in these chats and we start to have conversations about those things. How do you deal with things spiritually? How do you deal with things mentally? How do you deal with things physically? How do you deal with, there's so much stress involved around this journey, and not even this journey. There's so much stress in life in general. The internet crap, so many ads, the influencer side, and just be nice to talk to other people about this stuff, that are interested in talking. That was what my one buddy that passed away, that's what it was about with him. We talked about this journey and stuff. What would we do if this case? What do we do if that case? I tried this. I tried that. Granted, his situation was completely different. It wasn't cancer. I think he ended up having heart failure. But it was like, listening to all different ideas, man. What they've tried, what they've been through, and then seeing the results of what they're doing. And, I would talk about my stretches and stuff, and next thing you know, he's trying this, So, but he passed away, and to be honest, I miss that. I miss being able to have those talks. So maybe if one of you out there happen to find this video and are interested in that stuff, hit me up, man. Post in the comments. Hopefully I'll see it, and maybe I can get you on here and we'll just share our conversations. So, that being said, I'm out. Peace.